In this episode I'm travelling from Bourke, there, which is in New South Wales. There's the border with Queensland, and I'll be travelling up to Charleville, which is up there. On the way we'll be looking at the Cunnamulla Man, and also we'll be stopping at Wyandra. Wyandra is only a small village. Queensland is a big state. To give an idea of its size, you can see where Charleville is up here. If you go over here, there's Brisbane, Bundaberg, Rockhampton. And bearing in mind that that distance from Bourke to Charleville is 450 kilometres. We do that in a day, no problems. The roads are quite good. In the last video, we were leaving Bourke for Charleville. The next service station is at Cunnamulla, 250 kilometres distant. That prime mover is hauling 4 loaded stock crates. We are now riding into Cunnamulla, a township of about 1,200 people. Cunnamulla Man is sometimes called the Cunnamulla Fella. Fella is a colloquial term for a man. It refers to a fictional stockman from the Queensland town of Cunnamulla, immortalised in a famous Australian song by the late Slim Dusty and a bronze sculpture. Slim Dusty was popularly known throughout Australia as a country and western singer. The phrase originates from the 1965 Australian country song Cunnamulla Fella by Slim. It refers also to other local men and cultural identities, such as the documentary film Cunnamulla Fellas and the annual Cunnamulla Fella Festival. He represents an iconic Australian bush character and is celebrated with a larger-than-life bronze statue in Cunnamulla. Cunnamulla has a nice main street. Now for some refreshment for the bike. This is the first service station after 250 kilometres. Looking for the squeegee there. The bike fairing and headlight get a once over clean. +12 +12 +8 +12 +8 +2 equals 66 wheels. We'll now whip into Wyandra, population less than 100. Wyandra owes its existence to the building of the Western Railway system. Steam engines once used Wyandra as a stopover to replenish water. At one time, there was a native police barracks. Main street of Wyandra. Coming up on our right is the Wyandra pub. Like many outback towns, the pub is a focal point for the locals for many miles around. And like practically every town and village and city in Australia, there is an Anzac monument. Wyandra is famous, but I don't know about world famous for its sandy beach on the Warrego River. Let's go and have a look. When you meet one of these on a narrow road, it is best to pull over to avoid being pelted with sticks and stones. Glad I did not meet that truck on this bridge. No sign of the beach. It's obviously underwater. Time to hit the main road for Charleville. We are crossing the floodplain of the Warrego River. Most of these floodplain crossings are many kilometres wide. With the country so flat, floodwaters spread far and wide. Central Queensland can be subjected to extreme rainfall. Sometimes there can be flooding, but with little or no local rainfall because of heavy rain upstream. Welcome to Charleville. Thought I'd go for a drive into town, but the sun was a problem, so I ended up with a drive out of town. Staying at this nice motel for the next 2 nights. It is close to some of the major attractions of Charleville. Bradley's Gully runs through the centre of town to join the Warrego River just to the west. In April 1990, 350 millimetres or 14 inches of rain fell over a wide area of central Queensland. This rainfall was recorded over 3 days. The Warrego River rose to 8.54 metres, inundating 1,000 homes. The airport served as a service and rescue point for citizens. The CBD of Charleville, the famous Coronis Hotel built in 1929, and the Moo restaurant, popular for its steaks. The Hotel Charleville, burnt down 3 times but still going strong. What's your names?
Chester. He's Chester and I'm Zoe.
Your brothers? Your brothers? No?
I just
These 2 youngsters gave me permission to shoot footage of the water tower. Like most inland towns, Charleville gets its water from the Great Artesian Basin, the largest basin in the world. During World War II, Charleville was a base for 3,500 personnel of the United States Army Air Force. The cruise ships, the Queen Mary and the Queen Elizabeth, were converted into troop carriers. The Queen Mary, displacement of 80,000 tonnes, could reach a top speed of 32.5 knots or almost 60 kilometres per hour, faster than the German U-boat torpedoes could go. On one trip in 1943 it set a record for the most passengers, 16,683, including crew and troops. One of the problems with bombing from aircraft during World War II was the accuracy of bomb drops. Most bombs missed the mark. The Nordern bombsite was an attempt to rectify this problem. There were claims that a Nordern bombsite would let you place a bomb in a pickle barrel from 30,000 feet. It was a complex machine, a computer really, and top secret. This vault was sandbagged to 2/3 of its height and was under constant armed guard. Unknown to the Allies, Hitler had a spy in a Nordern factory who gained access to the planes in 1938. The Cosmos Centre is near the airport and a great opportunity for some stargazing. This incredible orb gives a clear understanding of how the planets orbit the Sun, their speed and rotation. There's good old Earth. More than 500,000 items of space junk orbit the Earth. It costs $20,000 to put a litre of water into space. An experiment in 1973 was to see if spiders could weave a web in space. They did. Food tastes bland in space, spices are essential. A mirror was placed on the moon to check distance. The moon is moving away from the Earth at about 3.8 centimetres or about 1.5 inches per year. This movement is causing the Earth to slow its rotation. Days are becoming longer. These things that look like stovepipes are SteigerVortex Cannons, designed to inject gas into the atmosphere to hopefully create rain. 6 were placed around Charleville by meteorologist Clement Ragg in 1902. Charleville at the time was experiencing a prolonged drought. The experiment was not successful. That's it for this episode. The next episode we will look at the dog-proof fence, Blackall's black stump, the Blackall wool scow and the artesian ball.